And now, with a preview of tonight's game and a look at what's happening around Dozer Park, it's time for the Ameren, Illinois and ActonEnergy.com pregame show. Let's send it down to the field and check in with the voice of the Chiefs, Nathan Baliva.
Thank you, Brett, and welcome out to Dozer Park on a beautiful evening for baseball. We welcome in the Quad Cities River Bandits for a 3-game series. And here today on Chiefs Countdown, it's our PeoriaMagazines.com interview here in the pregame show. I'm joined today by our pitcher, Blake McKnight, who grabbed a victory in our last game 2 days ago. And what a difference 24 hours makes, huh? The rain out yesterday. And let's start with that. How did you guys kind of go through that rain delay? You know, we've got an hour and a half before it got called. What's going on? Walk the fans through what's going on in the clubhouse as you guys are getting ready to find out whether or not you're going to come out here and play against Cedar Rapids.
Basically, it's just a lot of sitting around and waiting. Some guys are playing cards, watching TV. Me personally, I was just watching a TV show on my phone, just kind of waiting. We get updates just like the fans do, you know. We're going to play at 7, 7:30, 8, and then eventually they cancel it. But just a lot of waiting around, waiting.
You're in the bullpen, so it didn't affect you as much. But Jimmy Reed, for example, the starting pitcher, and now he's starting tonight. How does he kind of go about his routine? Because he can't really go out there and start throwing or doing any of his stretching. How does it work as a starting pitcher? I know you've been in that position before.
Yeah, it's definitely an inconvenience being a starting pitcher. I guess you'd have to ask Jimmy exactly what he does. But, you know, up till the point where it's delayed, you know, you go through your normal routine with the idea, you know, there's a possibility of it being delayed, but you do everything the same. Then once the delay actually happens, you just kind of hang out, you stay loose. The toughest thing about being a starting pitcher probably during those delays is staying mentally prepared.
And for you, win here the other day on Wednesday out of the bullpen, it was a 0-0 game when you came in and kind of came in a tough spot. 2-on after a base hit and a sacrifice bunt, and you come in with 2-on, nobody out, got out of that. What's the mindset when you come in different with guys on base as opposed to starting an inning clean?
Well, it's just that there's guys on base, and I know when I'm coming in the game, especially in a game when it's 0-0, like those guys cannot score, so that's your goal coming in the game. You know, you don't really have any time to, you know, figure stuff out or set a tempo. Like you gotta jump right in there and get the job done.
I asked Arturo yesterday as we were hiding from the rain in the dugout doing our interview. Their pitcher had a no-hitter going until the 7th. When it's a guy on our team that's got a no-hitter going, you guys kind of leave that pitcher alone and don't talk to him. When the other team has a no-hitter going, do you notice that when you're sitting out in the bullpen that, wow, we don't have any hits yet?
Honestly, that game I didn't notice it, but normally we do. You know, once you get to the probably 4th, 5th inning, and you know whether it's that or a perfect game, like you start to notice it, I think. But that particular game, I don't think I did notice it.
Then a couple of hits late, Chris Thomas came in to get the save, and we had about 5,000 fifth graders here having some fun and making some noise. Was a little different pitching in front of a whole bunch of youngsters as opposed to what we normally get on a night crowd?
It was at first. Like when I was warming up, I noticed everybody, and when I initially came in, it was kind of I noticed everybody, but then once you kind of get settled in, you kind of tune everything out, and honestly, I didn't really notice it.
Are they all down there during the game kind of leaning over the wall in the bullpen, asking for a ball and asking for an autograph?
Asking for autographs, asking for balls, seeds, bubble gum.
That's got to take you kind of back to your youth and kind of hanging around baseball?
It does. I wasn't the outgoing kid that was screaming at the players, but I was definitely hanging out, hoping to get a bat or a ball or something.
You're one of 6 guys on our team from Missouri. I know Chris Thomas is kind of further across the state from Kansas City, but the other 5 of you are all right in there from the St. Louis area. How does that work in the clubhouse? You guys kind of hang out together? Did any of you, know each other before getting drafted by the Cardinals? And do you kind of just talk about, hey, I know that spot in St. Louis, or common friends, those kind of things?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Chris Thomas and Zach Lorraine, I actually played against both of them in college, so I knew who they were. I didn't know any of them personally. Actually, Zach, I played against him in high school too, because we're from real close back home. But we talk about mutual friends we knew and places we've played, teams we've played against.
You got a school in Springfield, Missouri, and
Yes.
Obviously the AA team is there. Nick Petrie went to Missouri State, also in Springfield, Missouri. What was it like growing up, first of all, in St. Louis around the Cardinals? Then you go to Springfield, so you got their AA, and then getting drafted by the Cardinals.
Oh, it was unbelievable. When I first first started to get some looks from teams that actually wasn't even from the Cardinals, and I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll get to play professional baseball. And then when it was actually the Cardinals that drafted me, that was just unbelievable. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's got to make it pretty easy on mom and dad and the siblings and the family too. They don't have to worry about, oh, well, now we got to root for this team because they drafted Blake.
Yeah, it does. And all my friends back home, even in Springfield, it's big Cardinals territory. So all my friends growing up were Cardinals fans.
Now, talk to me about your situation growing up. Was a little bit different. I know homeschooled as opposed to traditional high school. So maybe a little bit of a kind of a late start the baseball career. And with that, how did that affect you playing? And I'm sure you would have it no other way.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm sure it did affect me a little. I probably got less exposure in high school, but at the same time, I probably wasn't as developed in high school either. It wasn't until college that I really started to excel and the velocity came up. So I did get less exposure, but like you said, I wouldn't have it any other way.
When you see the difference between college baseball, and I know not Division I, but still college baseball as opposed to your first year as pro last year at Johnson City, what was the biggest difference and the biggest adjustment for you?
The biggest adjustment, I guess, pitching-wise, is the hitters are going to hit more mistakes. Even from last year in rookie ball to this year here in low A, they're going to hit your mistakes better, so you got to be just that much better if you're going to be successful.
The bullpen guys, you guys sit down there and you're kind of away from the dugout, whether it's here in different ballparks. How do you guys kind of, I don't want to say occupy your time because you're watching the game and getting ready to come in, but having a little fun down there as opposed to being in the dugout?
Yeah, we goof off a little and have fun and keep ourselves entertained, but at the same time, we know, any of us at any time are going to be called on a pitch, so we try to stay involved in the game and mentally prepared.
We just came off a pretty long road trip, miles-wise, going to Cleveland and Fort Wayne. Be a closer trip next week with Beloit and Cedar Rapids, but more days and Gone for 7. How do you occupy your time on the bus? Are you reading? Are you watching TV? Are you watching movies, playing cards? What are you doing on the bus?
I either usually watch TV, read, or sleep if I can, depending on the time. If I can get a nap in, I'll get a nap in. If my phone's, if there has enough battery, I'll watch a show or something.
It's always the key. You got to make sure everything's fully charged before you get on that bus, right?
Yep.
Final question. I mentioned you're from the St. Louis area, so I imagine the family gets to get up here. It's about a 3-hour trip from home, and they get to see you quite a bit?
They do. My dad's made it up a couple times, and then my mom and my 2 sisters came up from that last game that I got the win, so that was cool to be able to throw in front of them.
And then probably got taken out to dinner, right?
I did, yes.
There you go. See, that's a perfect day. You get the win in front of the family, and you get a nice meal.
It was awesome.
All right, well, thanks for joining me here. Good job on Wednesday with the win, and hopefully we'll get to see you pitch this weekend.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, Blake McKnight, thank you very much. Our PeoriaMagazines.com interview here on the show, presented by Ameren. Let's take a look now at what we've got coming up this weekend. We've got 2 more home games on what has now become a 6-game homestand since we were rained out yesterday, but a pair of games here against Quad Cities after tonight. Tomorrow, we have a day game. Sunday, we have a day game as well. Let's start off with tomorrow as we take on the Quad Cities River Bandits at 1 p.m. We've got a giveaway for tomorrow. The Carson Kelly Oyo, our Chiefs catcher prospect, Carson Kelly, the Oyo figure, little Oyo sports toy. We'll have the giveaway for the first 1,000 fans coming through the gates tomorrow, and gates open at noon for the 1 o'clock start. It's also hockey day here at the ballpark tonight, and we've got the $5 ticket for anybody who wears a hockey jersey to the game. Can be the Blues, can be the Blackhawks, can be any other NHL team you want, can be the Rivermen right across town as well. I know a lot of our staff will be wearing Rivermen jerseys tomorrow for hockey day, so wear that hockey jersey, come out and get a $5 ticket for tomorrow. Then on Sunday, I know there's a lot of kids here today, part of the Homer's Reading Program, and we thank them for coming out. It's a big kids day on Sunday as well. In fact, it's our first Kids Club Sunday, Homer's Deputies Kids Club. You can go online, sign up for that at PeoriaChiefs.com for that Kids Club, which is going to get you in on the Sunday games for the Kids Club purchase, and then you can come back and pick up your packet here on Sunday if you go home and sign up for the Homer's Kids Club. On Sunday, kids 12 and under, $5 ticket presented by PNC. We'll get them a free hot dog, bag of chips, and a soda. Everybody can come out and play catch on the field when gates open up at 1 o'clock. Our players will be down here right where I'm sitting at the moment. They'll be down here at 1:15 on Sunday to sign autographs for fans, and then we will have kids run the bases after the game on Sunday as well. And that's not it. It's also a giveaway for kids on Sunday. It's a Homer growth chart for the first 1,000 kids 12 and under on Sunday. That's presented by CityLink, so that Homer growth chart for the first 1,000 fans 12 and under on Sunday. All about the kids and the families here on Sundays at Dozer Park. And since we were rained out 2 Sundays ago, this Sunday actually our first home Sunday game of the year. So we'll have the play catch on the field, the player autographs, and post game with the run the bases. It's a beautiful night for baseball. We welcome in Quad Cities, the Houston Astros affiliate, and the defending Midwest League champions Chiefs, hoping to win a series. Just won the series against Cedar Rapids 3-0. Now hoping to take out Quad Cities this weekend here as well. Sit back, relax, have some fun with our promo crew. We thank you for spending your Friday night with us here at Dozer Park.